During one of the GOP debates, presidential debates, a narrator asked Congressman Ron Paul a question that was designed as a trap. You're a doctor. A young man comes to a hospital and he needs a surgery immediately. He doesn't have money or health insurance. Would you turn him away? Any answer that Congressman Paul would give was damaging. If he would tell, I will send him home, he would be perceived inhuman. If he will say, we will treat you, of course, all his philosophy of individual responsibility would crumble, and his statement would be an acknowledgement of a need of a welfare state. The reality is that you cannot answer this type of questions in 30 seconds. The only way to do so is by answering with fables and stories. Here is, Mr. Narrator, a story to answer your question. There was a small island in the middle of nowhere. The islanders were very happy and great-looking people, but they had one problem: teeth. They constantly had tooth pain, and no known to them remedy would help them. One day they got together, put their resources and thinking hats, and found out that they can bring once a month a dentist who would come to the island, in a boat with all kinds of equipment and will help them. They found such dentist, paid him in advance, and were waiting for him like for a god. But when he arrived, there were people on the island who came from other small islands around there, who've heard about this dentist coming, some of them with such terrible diseases and broken jaws that it was impossible to look at them without, tears. The dentist, being a doctor, immediately began to take care of the urgent cases and finished them at the end of the day, very late in the evening, and he was so tired that he couldn't see any one of the islanders who actually invited him and paid for his visit, so he packed and went home. 1 month passed, and when dentist arrived for the second visit, there were even more people who came from other islands who have heard about this great dentist who is helping, and they had even more, damaging and terrible problems, and the dentist immediately began to take care of those problems, and islanders who paid for the visit of the doctor again were not treated. Third time, the dentist comes, again months later, and the islanders who invited him didn't allow anyone from outside of their island to come to the dentist. And, among those people who came were such terrible cases as mother who brought their child dying from teeth infection, and a young man, father of 4, who was injured by beer. His jaw was smashed, and 2 old people who were rowing for 10 hours in order to see the dentist because they had terrible tooth pain for years and couldn't get rid of that. So now the whole archipelago hated the islanders and thought that they're most terrible people in the whole world. So would you, Mr. Narrator, and all your liberal friends continue allowing other people to treat their problems while yours and your family problems and your children will be not taken care of? Or you would say, wait a second, my family first. And then, if the doctor will have time, he would love to help others. Are you telling me that you want to treat other people's children first, and then if the doctor will have time, then he will treat yours? Don't think so. Care for another story? If you care for another story, download Capitalism 101 and you will get plenty of such stories that will help you and other conservatives to answer questions like this one. If Ron Paul would read this book, he would know how to reply. If other candidates would read the book, they would have a way how to simply and effectively parry such attacks from liberals. This is why, as a matter of fact, Michelle Bachmann wrote to me that she hopes that my writings will reach wider audience. I received similar letters from Sarah Palin, Rudy Giuliani, Michael Steele, then the chairman of the Republican Party, Karl Rove, and many others, such as radio hosts of Terry Gilbert, Kevin McCullough, Ed Morrissey, and many others. Please download Capitalism 101. It's only $2.99. Sorry, I cannot bring it to you for free. It was the lowest amount that I could do. You can go to Amazon.com, or you can go to Barnes & Noble and Sony, on any other ebook supplier. You can read it on ebook, you can read it on your computer as a PDF file, but please do. The book, Capitalism 101, My Tea Party Principles, will help you and your friends tremendously. Thank you for your attention.